Now, Boss, with all the glory you had over the years in fighting, is there one particular moment, whether the UFC title, it could be King of Pancrase, is there one fight in particular that just when you're in your car and this music comes on that brings you right back to that one? It was just a moment of glory that stands above the rest. One.
You know what? It's really weird, and it happened before I started fighting.
Ooh.
I was very bullied. I was the leper in school. I had a horrible skin disease, so everybody always picked on me. And I went for years. And at 12, I saw a Bruce Lee movie, and I realized if I would be like that guy, I could take care of the bullies. And it took me 2 years to convince my parents. I started training, and it started going really fast. Within 2 months, I was training with the adults. Another adult, a neighbor, took me under his wing. So my mom and pa said, "Okay, you can train with them." And I started beating up the adults. And then I overheard the adults talking about me in the dressing room. So I got a little bit more confident. And then my biggest fight against the biggest bully in my school came. And it was Shaki, was his name. And I knocked him out, one punch. Boom, out. And nobody did anything. To me, that till this day, it gets almost emotional right now just thinking about that, because I knocked him out cold, and I realized nose was broke though. So the police came. So they were in my mom and dad's footsteps because he had to go to the hospital. So they took me off martial arts. And I always say this in their defense, they never knew I was bullied. My mom had an incredible amount of work with me. She had to mummify me every day, creams every night, would rip it out with the itch. She had to do it again for years, you know. So I didn't tell them that I was bullied in school because they already had a lot of crap with me. So otherwise, if my dad would have known, for sure he would have said, no, we leave him on the martial arts. But that was it, because then I made a list, and now I knew I could fight. And then I started training myself. And then I started going, I had four more guys on the list, bullies that I had to have. And I knocked them all out. And the last one was literally, "Please, boss, I don't remember." I go, "I do." Boom.
Isn't it crazy? Because I'll tell you, boss, how many of us have the same story with that? Because I was the same way. Because I was always silly, and I didn't develop until like 8th grade. But in 7th grade, when I went to junior high, I used to get fucked with big time. And then I developed, and I had a hit list, and I had a similar stories. And it's funny because, you know, they're big on bullying now, not to do it. And of course it's horrible. And when I was going through it, it's just, you feel like the world is just dark, and it's like, could somebody step in? But it did mold me into a savage, and you also. So it is weird. It's like going through it, you want it to end, you want it to stop. But because we ended up taking care of that ourselves, we're a couple of champion Hall of Famers. I don't know. It worked out, right?
Listen, we did a show, and they had a TV show in Holland called Reunion. And they found out about me. And they go over a class. They go to a class, and they go to see who excelled from that class. And they found out about me, so they came to America to film me and did this whole thing. Now, it's a big show in Holland. So there's 3.2 million people watching. Now, you have to understand, at that time, 16 million people in Holland. So that's like the Super Bowl numbers. That's big, right? And none of the bullies showed up. None but came. And I go, "Boss, nobody showed up." I go, "Yeah." I said, I wanted to thank them. I really wanted to thank them, because they gave me this freaking beautiful life that I'm having right now, right, because of them. So that's exactly what you just said.
That is amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing what it does to you, you know?